Hi there, welcome to I Wanna Learn Malay, where we aim to teach simple spoken Malay to non-native speakers. In this video, let's look at words that are used to connect sentences. Um, they are conjunctions or prepositions. So in Malay, conjunctions are kata hubung, prepositions are kata sendi. So the first one, let's look at and. So in Malay, we use dan for an. But in spoken Malay, this is seldom used. It is more used in written or informal situations. Um, Usually, when we're speaking or in conversations, we use dengan instead. So let's look at examples. I bought books and magazines. How do you say that in Malay? Saya beli buku dan majalah. Or we seldom use dan in spoken Malay. In conversations in our daily lives, most of the time we use dengan. So in this case, it's saya beli buku dengan majalah. Saya beli buku dengan majalah. A second example, he sells food and drinks. Dia jual makanan dan minuman. Or dia jual makanan dengan minuman. So that's how we say it if we have a conversation with someone. Um, Using done would be very formal. You see that in reports, news reports, or in broadcasting, or in newspapers, or in any articles, but you seldom use done in our daily conversation. Let's look at the next one. She wants red and yellow balloons. Dia nak belon merah dan kuning. Dia nak belon merah dan kuning. Again, usually we say it as dia nak belon merah dengan kuning. But regardless of whether you use dan or dengan, you'll still be understood. People will still know that you're referring to and something. There'll be no problems whatsoever. The next word we want to look at is with. So in Malay, with is actually dengan. So I know it might be confusing. Um, it's similar to and. In a way, and with are used to add information to a statement. So we can use dengan for both situations in Malay. Let's look at examples. I went with my mum. In Malay, that is, saya pergi dengan mak saya. Saya pergi dengan mak saya. But take note, this is not interchangeable with dan, as with it for and. With is only translated as dengan. We can't use dan for with. Let's look at she ate bread with jam. How do you say that in Malay? Dia makan roti dengan jam. Dia makan roti dengan jam. And let's look at if we use and with in a sentence. He came with Anita and Sarah. So how do we translate that in Malay? Dia datang dengan Anita dan Sarah. Dia datang dengan Anita dan Sarah. Or dia datang dengan Anita dengan Sarah. Dia datang dengan Anita dengan Sarah. Let's look at one more. But. So in Malay, it's translated as tapi. Or the longer version is actually tetapi. You say, he ate a lot, but he is still hungry. Dia makan banyak, tapi dia masih lapar. Dia makan banyak, tapi dia masih lapar. Using another example, Grandpa is already old, but he is still healthy. Grandpa is already old, but he is still healthy. Atuk dah tua, tapi dia masih sihat. Atuk dah tua, tapi dia masih sihat. One point is that sometimes you won't hear people saying masih lapar or masih sehat in their conversations. Sometimes you would hear lapar lagi or sehat lagi. So it essentially means the same thing. And I believe it's more commonly used than the word masih. One last one for this video. The word so is translated as jadi. How do you say she came late, so she missed the bus? Dia datang lambat, jadi dia tertinggal bas. Dia datang lambat, jadi dia tertinggal bas. So that's straightforward. And it's similar usage in the next example. I read a lot yesterday, so I feel confident. Saya baca banyak semalam, jadi saya rasa yakin. Saya baca banyak semalam, jadi saya rasa yakin. And now to recap some of the words that we've learned in this video.